We're going to be joined by a guy now who re-signed with the New York Giants. You remember 2012. I mean, this guy had a big-time season, had 8 interceptions for the New York Giants in 2012. And I was saying back in 2012, where did this guy come from? And let's bring him in now. Safety for the New York Giants, Stevie Brown. Stevie, how are you, man?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, Stevie, you signed a 1-year, $4 million deal with the New York Giants. What made you want to return to the New York Giants?
I mean, just everything in New York I like about it, between the players, the coaches, the organization, the fans, everything out here. It's all great. So it's an easy decision to try to come back here.
Now, did you want to entertain any other offers, or you were set on New York City?
I mean, you definitely go through the process and you entertain other offers. But when it all came down to it, it seemed like this was the best fit for me, and so I wanted to stay here.
Now, did you enjoy the process? Was it stressful for you? Did you enjoy the process of free agency?
Yeah, I mean, I got it done rather early. We kind of finalized the deal the night before free agency even opened up. But it definitely is one of those processes where you don't quite know what's going to happen. At the beginning, sometimes you're hearing numbers that you don't necessarily want to hear, and you just kind of got to play the waiting game and then keep going from there.
Now, Stevie, I see other safeties out here giving big-time money. You got Bird, Jerry Bird. You got T.J. Ward, to name a few. And I look at you in 2012, the 8 interceptions, the big-time season that you had. And if you could have duplicated that, in 2013, you could have been in line for big-time money. Did that go through your head at all?
I mean, you definitely know. It's definitely something you think about. But, at the same time, that's what this year's for. I know I'm able to come back and do everything else and then get back to it this year.
We're talking to New York Giants safety Stevie Brown. And, Stevie, you missed all of 2013 after tearing your ACL. And it was ironic, after the 8 picks that you had in 2012, you got hurt after an interception. At this point, how is your health?
That's good. I'm about over 6 months out of surgery, and I'm able to do everything that I need to be able to do. Right now, I'm just getting better at doing it, so I don't think about it. It's not in the back of the mind whenever I get out there and get ready for OTA camp and all that. Just trying to continue to build and get better.
Now, take us through the process of rehab. I mean, rehab, it can be lonely, it can be grueling, and it can be a very tough thing. Take us through that process.
Oh, man, rehab is a rough time. The first week out of surgery, first couple of weeks out of surgery, and it's just now starting to use your leg again, trying to bend it and all that. You just feel like you're not going to be the same ever again because you can barely move your knee a degree. And then after that, you start seeing noticeable improvements every single week, whether it's walking normal, finally being able to take off your brace, then finally getting to the point where you can get the swelling to go down and your knee starts looking normal. So you can start lifting a little bit, and then you're gradually increasing your weight, and then you get cleared to allow to run straight ahead, and then you get cleared to allow to jump. And, it's just you got to approach everything with goals. And, you just got to look at everything and knock off goals and checklists and everything like that you want to do to get back to where you need to be.
Now, you talked about being able to have the confidence ultimately to be able to trust the knee. For you, do you think the hurdles will be emotional or more physical?
I don't know. I think it'll probably be more emotional because physically I feel fine. Physically, every single time I have my knee checked out, whether it's the trainers here, the doctor here, or whenever I go get a checkup, they always tell me everything looks great. You couldn't see a better knee at the point that it's at. It looks strong, and it feels strong. I just know whenever I'm out there, the first time I get that live game action, and I just have to start doing everything just off of instinct and not really worrying about it, and not like a controlled environment. That'll probably be the first time. Once I can get past that, then I'll be good.
Did you have to guard against pushing too hard to get back?
Yeah, you definitely do. because one thing you don't want to do is build up arthritis in the patellar tendon, and that can come from whenever you try to strain too hard too early. And, as athletes and competitors, once you start feeling a little momentum, you start feeling good at probably 2 months that you feel like you can do whatever you need to do, but your patellar tendon's still fragile. The incisions that they made are still fragile, and the wrong thing right there can set you all the way back. So they have to tell you all the time, slow down, slow down, slow down. It'll gradually come. They'll gradually come.
Okay. We're talking to safety of the New York Giants, Stevie Brown. And Stevie, last season the New York Giants had a lot of struggles on both sides of the ball. From what you saw, what do you think went wrong for you guys in 2013?
Just personally looking at everything, when I saw the offense, it just never seemed like they all got on the same page. Whether the running game was working one day, but the pass game really wasn't working, or the pass game was working, but the run game wasn't working. And, just whenever you're not on the same page, it never really works out for you. When it came to defense, it was kind of the same things. But, towards the end there, when everybody got on the same page, you could definitely see how much improvement the defense made and all the strides that they are taking. So, it started off kind of rough, but I think both sides kind of came together towards that, especially after that 0-6 start, and they decided to kind of talk more and trust each other more, and then you could start seeing the outcome. Finishing 7-3 was a big deal after starting 0-6.
For sure. Now, you look at the Giants at this point, they've been kind of quiet in free agency, opting a lot to re-sign a lot of their own guys. And not a big deal, because you look at it at the end of the day, I believe that winning in the NFL doesn't happen through free agency. It happens through the draft. But as a whole, do you feel like you guys will bounce back in 2014 and have a much better season?
Oh, definitely. That's the culture of the New York Giants, and it's not a losing organization. And no one around here accepts losing. So the moves that they've made there in free agency are definitely good moves for us. And I ran into a Beeson just yesterday. Whenever he was back, as soon as he saw me, we're getting this right? So they're putting the right pieces in place, and everybody's excited.
Now, you do play for Tom Coughlin, and you talked about the success of Tom Coughlin. What is it like to play with Coach Coughlin? Play for, I should say, Coach Coughlin. Go ahead.
I love playing for Coach Coughlin. Everybody, when they ask me a question, I always just tell them he reminds me of my high school coach. Even though he has a lot of rules, but you can't argue with his rules, because the results are what they are. And as long as you just do the rules, then you're good. Sure. You buy in, and then you're going to be successful. So I don't mind it at all.
We're talking to Giants safety Stevie Brown. And Stevie, before you came to the Giants, you kind of bounced around the league a little. You came up the hard way, a 7th-round pick of the Oakland Raiders. How did Stevie Brown go from where you started to a big-time season in 2012 into a possible starter with the New York Giants in 2014?
It's just hard work. Hard work and never giving up and never doubting yourself. I got a great family around me. I got great friends around me who always just push me and strive me to do better. And that's also I'm still to myself, just to always strive for the best I can and never accept no for an answer. And, you just go out there and keep working, put your head down and just keep grinding and keep preparing. And then whenever your opportunity comes, you've got to capitalize on it.
Now, what does Stevie Brown feel like he needs to improve on to duplicate what he did in 2012?
First off, just getting his knee back right, and being back to myself. And then after that, it's just, I can't really say it's too much improvement on the back end of it. I just know I need to be able to sit better and run support and taking on blocks and just becoming an all-around better safety. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm great at doing the back end of it, just roaming around, but I have confidence in myself that I'm pretty good at that. I just need to get better at the run game and block aspects and that part of it, and then becoming a better safety.
Now, Stevie, I'm looking at your Twitter page now, at Stevie Brown 27, And in the picture, I'm seeing a lot of food. Are you a big time food guy? You a foodie?
Oh yeah, I'm a giant foodie.
I've seen a lot of nice little plates on her, pizza and brownies and chicken. That looks like. I mean, you're eating good.
Yeah, after I get done with my rehab, I don't have much else to do, so I go back to the house and I just get in the kitchen to try to create some new dishes, make some new things, and just go from there with it.
What's your specialty?
Oh man, I've been doing so much lately. It's hard to pick. But the one thing everybody really knows before would either be my barbecue turkey meatloaf or my sweet potato casserole.
Okay, and I see some chicken here on that page, and chicken always speaks to me. I mean, you're doing some big things there. You're doing some big things in the kitchen. And again, fans, make sure you connect with this guy on Twitter at Stevie Brown 27. Support some of the great things going on with Stevie Brown. Stevie, a pleasure talking to you, man. Wish you nothing but the best of luck moving forward. Let's do it again.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate it.
Take care.